Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Hey, it's your brother Ariel from GMS Tampa Bay 12 and GMS 13 Rulership Ba. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to our Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles at GMS, Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Salutations for you brothers out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to any sisters as well, too, that may be listening in meekness, quietness, and humbleness. And again, it's your brother Ariel from Tampa, here with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And this is not a live lesson. This is a lesson on my next channel, my third channel. That's neither here or there. Typically I do live lessons, but this is just a static recording that I'm going to put up later. And here we are. We're still pushing forward. We're in the year of prophecy again. Year 2020, year of prophecy. What is this? The third day in the year, so-called third day in the year, January 3rd. And we already see some signs of World War III starting to really rear its ugly head. And you see a lot of people who are showing a lot of fear, because the news is putting, the news, these mainstream medias, they're putting it all over the TV, showing that, United States attacked Iran, and killed this man. You got conservatives over here and liberals over here fighting about that. That's all they're talking about right now. And mark my words, you don't gotta mark my words, but mark the words of the prophecies, that you're gonna see a lot more of this coming the next few days, few weeks. We're talking about some geopolitical, what's a good word? Turmoil. Because really what it's gonna come down to, all this politics is gonna lead to war. And it's really starting. People are dying. Bombs are being dropped and people are dying. Guns are being fired. I'm not talking about, black on black crime, not no stupid shit like that. We're talking about some real country, nation against nation, type of thing. We're really gonna start seeing the war, the final war, the end of all wars, World War III. We're gonna start seeing it start playing this role. All right, so we're seeing precursors of it right now, but when it's starting to pop off, you're gonna see what the talks on the table are gonna be about nuclear again, nuclear arms, nuclear talk. And yes, honestly, that's the end game here. All right, the so-called white man has his trick up his sleeve. It's all over the world. All these nations have them. Okay. All these different nations are armed with nuclear weapons, and the day is going to come where these weapons are going to be fired upon America, and America is going to fire their arsenal upon these other nations, which is going to be the climax of World War III, the war to end all wars. All right, and nuclear discussions, nuclear missiles are in the Bible. And we brought it out many times in the past, and we're going to continue to bring it out, and we're going to continue to push that energy out so that the elect can understand. Because this is the time that we've been prophesying about. This is the time that our forefathers have been prophesying about. And we are now living in those times. So this is very important for all of us to understand. Because the scriptures say what? To measure the time diligently. So that's what we're doing. We're measuring the time, and it looks like we're in the time of nuclear war. We're in the time of the end. All right, and you don't want to get caught up in this fire. So let's go ahead and get a few scriptures. Where we're going to start. Let's start in the book of Malachi. And we'll get that one, and then we'll move on a little bit. Malachi chapter 4. Y'all know where I'm going. Seasoned bros. So Malachi 4:1, it says this. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven." It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven." Okay, so that day that come is going to burn as an oven. What does that mean? All right, because when you go into the book of 2 Peter, past it. 2 Peter, that's 1 Peter, chapter 3. Let's see, what's a good place to start? 2 Peter chapter 3. We'll start at verse 4 and read on down a little bit until we find the point. So 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4 says, and saying, we'll start at verse 5. It says, for this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. Because what? Back in the days of Noah, what ended up happening? All right, Noah prophesied that calamity was about to come upon the whole earth, and y'all need to get right, get on this ark. I'm building the ark. The world's gonna be flooded, and everybody's gonna drown unless you get on the ark. Get on the ark. Get on the ark. He prophesied. Nobody heeded to his prophecies. So what ended up happening was, when the prophecy actually came to pass, it ended up raining, and it never rained back in those days. It ended up raining, and it rained so hard that it flooded the whole planet. Okay, and everybody died save Noah, his 3 sons, and their wives. Okay, 40 days and 40 nights of rain. Okay, so it says, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. You see that? So the days that we're in right now are preserved for fire. What already happened? The Lord flooded the earth, and he put his rainbow out there as a signet, saying that he's not going to flood the earth again and destroy the people. He's not going to do that no more. But what he's going to do is he's going to bring fire on the earth. He's going to bring fire on the earth. Okay? So again, verse 7, 2 Peter chapter 3, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Okay? So the destruction of ungodly men. So this world is reserved on the fire for them. And that's a beautiful thing. That's something to really take in. Because the world is full of wickedness and ungodly men. And the Lord said he's going to burn them up. So I'll go back into the book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. So the Lord is going to kill all the proud people on the earth with fire. He's going to burn them up. That's a horrible way to die. This is a prophecy. This is a prophecy we're reading right now. Prophecy in the Bible. That this day is coming. Has that ever happened before? No. The day of that burn like an oven has never come before. Well, where all the wicked people are burnt up. No, that's never happened yet. This is a future prophecy. This is a future prophecy. This is something that we're looking forward to. We're looking forward for the wicked to be burnt up. So it says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. All right, so they're all going to die. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave neither root nor branch. So it's not going to. So it says it's not going to leave neither root nor branch, which means it's going to burn them up completely. Because if you leave a root or something behind of a tree, or a root of a weed or something like that, you can cut it down all the way to the roots. But if you don't kill the roots, then guess what? It's going to come back. The Lord says he's going to destroy them so they don't come back. All right, and we understand that yes, not everybody's going to be destroyed, because we need there's certain fruits that are going to be left aside for slavery purposes. Okay, but that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother lesson. The Lord says you can destroy the wicked, and you're going to leave neither root nor branch. Which now we're going to go into the book of Psalms real quick, and I want to get something to kind of go with this. Psalm 21, verse 8 on down. Psalm 21, verse 8. It says, thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Talking about the Lord. It says, thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord, Yahweh, shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. You see that? So the Lord said, going back into the fire in the oven, it says, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thy anger. So in the time of the Lord's anger, the Lord's indignation, okay, the Lord's going to do what? He's going to bring fire, and he's going to burn this place like an oven, a real hot, ancient oven. The Lord's going to do that by the way of his pawns on the earth. Okay, the Lord's going to do it by the way of his pawns on the earth. The Esau and these different nations out there. Okay, they have the means to set off nuclear, weapons. We don't have the capabilities of doing that. When I say we, I'm talking about the Israelites, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We don't hold nuclear arms. Okay, it's talking about them. It's talking about these other nations. It says, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, because the day of wrath, the day of the Lord is the day of wrath, and it's that fiery day, and the fire shall devour them. Verse 10, their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. You see that? So the Lord's it says, when you leave neither root nor branch, he means it. So he's going to take the wicked out completely. And the ones that are left behind for slavery, that's they're going to be their purpose in the kingdom of heaven, is to be slaves to the Israelites, the wicked. Okay? And then when that beautiful day comes, 1,000 years later, then you're really going to be destroyed. None left. Talking about you Edomites. It says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And didn't Esau try to bring out this new world order? He's dangerously close to bringing a new world order on the earth. Well, guess what? The prophecy says that what did it say? Let's read it again. It says, they imagine mischievous device which they are not able to perform. So they're not going to be able to perform it. Their imagination is going wild. But when the time has come to perform it, they're not going to be able to. The Lord's going to stop them right in their tracks. Right now they have free reign on the earth to do all the wickedness they want to do, but when the time comes for them to fill their belly, it's not gonna go down. A real war is gonna start, and the way it's gonna end is through Yahweh Shai. The Lord is gonna put the spirit on these different nations to shoot these missiles out and destroy lands, specifically America. That's why it's so much more important for us out here in Babylon. Babylon is America, and America is Babylon the Great. It's so much more important for us to understand and to be prepared for this spiritually. Because physically, clearly, we can't do anything against it. But spiritually, there's a lot we can do. And brothers are doing it. And if you're not doing it, there's still time to get right with the Lord before the Lord's wrath is brought upon the earth. Verse 12, therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. And those arrows go into the nuclear missiles. Okay? That's simple. Okay? The Lord's arrows are going into those nuclear missiles. That's how the fire is going to be brought upon the earth, through the Lord's arrows. And how are they the Lord's arrow? Let's go into the book of Isaiah real quick. Isaiah, because these are the Lord's. Yeah, sure. Yeah, man made them, but guess what? The Lord sanctioned it to be that way. Keep passing the page. No, I was on the right page. Isaiah 54, verse 16. All right, this is the Lord. He's saying, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and brought and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Let's read it one more time. Isaiah 54:16. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in a fire. Okay, a smith is someone that works with metals or, fabricates stuff. Okay, that fixes or fabricates things, works with metals, iron, steel, things like that. Okay, and typically what do they do with a smith is known typically for making weapons. Sure, they make wagon wheels and horseshoes and whatever the case is. But the smith, you hear the term what's the good ironsmith, swordsmith, gunsmith. Okay, they make weapons. So the Lord said He created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. The smith works with fire a lot to shape the metals. Okay, simple math. So He created the smith. Who are the smith in today's terms? Those nuclear physicists that brought forth the Lord's instrument of destruction. So because it says he bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for His work. Okay, and that instrument is the nuclear ICBM missiles. Okay, specifically the nuclear missiles, because those are the ones that are gonna cause the most destruction. Those are the ones that's the end game for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai on this earth and this kingdom. It's those nuclear missiles, coupled with a so-called alien attack. We'll call it that. Yeah, right? Because when the Lord comes back, He's coming back in these fiery chariots, and they're gonna do a lot of work too. All right, but the Lord created the smith. All right, these nuclear physicists, these scientists, the ones that designed these weapons, these horrible weapons. The Lord created that. The Lord creates good and He creates evil. And that, my friend, is evil. And He put the spirit on those men to make to split that atom and figure out the science to that. And He did, and they did it. And guess what? Now we have dangerous weapons on this earth that can destroy the earth. Okay. And that bringeth forth an instrument for His work, and that instrument again goes into the nuclear missiles. And what's the work? The work is the destruction of the wicked, the destruction of this kingdom. That's the work. And I have created the waster to destroy. They call it the waster, man. You ever seen you ever go on YouTube and watch nuclear tests? Do yourself a favor and go watch some of these nuclear tests from old. Those things are so destructive, it'll waste the whole land. They're dreadful. And there's thousands and thousands upon thousands of those things upon the earth right now. The Lord has created the waster to destroy, specifically to destroy. That's what it's for. Nothing else. What good is it for? It's specifically made for destruction. Okay? Hold on. Shit. Hold on a second. Well, I don't remember how it goes though. I'm trying to see if I can remember where it is. Salakia, let me know. Weapon of His indignation. Where's that at? I'm trying to remember where I forget where it's at. But the nuclear missiles are the weapon of the Lord's indignation. Okay, simple mathematics. I think it's in here somewhere. I just don't remember where. I thought I knew, but it's not it. Okay. Let's get another scripture in the book of Isaiah though, because this is a weapon for destruction, a weapon to waste the land, to sweep the land. Okay, to clean it. Okay, it's also a cleansing agent. It's gonna clean the wickedness off the earth. So we're gonna go into the book of Isaiah chapter 14, and we're gonna end it here in this, unless I could think of the other scripture. So this is Isaiah 14 verse 21. We'll start there and read on down. Isaiah 14 verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Okay? Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Who are the children that we're talking about? All right, the children of the wicked, the children of Esau. Okay? Back in the days when this was written, yeah, it was written for our people. But right now, who does this fit? It fits the so-called white man. Prepare slaughter for his children, the so-called white man's children, for the iniquity of their fathers. What did their fathers do? Their fathers put the children of Israel in slavery. Their fathers conquered all lands upon this earth. Okay? Not in righteousness, in pure wickedness and greed. What did they do? What did the fathers do? What did their fathers do? Try to slay Jacob at every corner. These are some wicked people. They're not your friend. These are some terrible people. They're evil. And the Lord's going to destroy them. The Lord said to prepare slaughter for his children. Okay? We're not talking about child and son. We're talking about generations and generations here. Because you can't, you can't punish a child for what his father did. No, it's not what it means. So don't get simple when you trying to, it's not what it's talking about. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Because you are your father coming back here on this earth. You are your forefathers rather coming back here on this earth. You did some dirt in the past. Well, guess what? You're paying for it right now. Prepare slaughter. It says that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So basically, completely wipe them out so that they cannot rise again, leave neither root nor branch. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the Bitron and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom, or besom, I believe it's besom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And if you go into that word besom, it really means like a broom, literally to sweep. All right? So I will sweep it with the besom of destruction. What is that? What could that possibly be alluding to? You guessed it. ICBM nuclear missiles. That's what's going to sweep the land and destroy the wicked. While the righteous, the remnant, is going to be fine. And what we're trying to do by making these videos and trying to align ourselves with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we're trying to make our call on an election sure so we don't get swept up too. That's a horrible judgment, to be swept up in fire. That's not good. You think it's going to be quick death? No, the Lord has his ways of punishing people, and it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So don't play around with it. Don't think it's going to be some easy shit and just continue to be wicked out here. No, you got the word, you got the warning. Heed the warning and change your ways, because if you don't, something horrible is going to happen to you, and you're not going to be able to endure it. You're going to see what we're talking about. It's going to be too late at that time. The Lord's going to bring fire on this earth. You see talks about it right now. They're talking about nuclear. You're talking about war. They're talking about nation against nation right now. This is the time we're in. The year just started, and shit is popping off. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end this lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakak Wadash, Call Haloyim La, Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, Baha Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles at GMS, Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Salutations to your brothers out there as well, too, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to your sisters listening, and more love above all. Peace.